Hello and welcome to the next episode of Enter the Dungeon. Paul, do you want to give the recap of what happened last time?
So last time we were told to go rescue this elf who had been captured by goblins, I think. We went down with some guards to rescue him. Some of them died in a trap, but we managed to free him and are transporting him back to the canyon city of Apoilit.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty good description. And as you guys are right now in the carriage with your goblin prisoners and your unconscious friend, you're about to have another unconscious friend because a mysterious glow abounds around Alyssia, and with some strange magic, she's suddenly asleep.
I don't think this needs much explanation. Guy's just not here today.
Yep. Venture sleep disorder, right?
Yeah, classic.
Okay, but the people who are with me are, of course, our friends Javin and Earthmover. So, you guys are in a carriage with prisoners and two unconscious people. What do you do? And an awake guard.
Well, we're heading back to the city. What else do we need to do?
Just wanting to know if you guys have any conversations throughout the day or want to talk to him.
Yeah, we talked a lot. He lost his buddy.
Yeah.
Just
right. Something we need to. You guys both leveled up, so how about you describe the new features that you now have?
Why? We're level 2. It's not that interesting.
Okay, if it becomes relevant, I guess we can mention it. But okay, so actually, after a couple hours of travel, suddenly you guys are interrupted by something that might make those new stats relevant. Because you're being approached by two horsemen that begin flanking your cart and start to shout, "Hey, pull over!" And you notice that both of these are goblins.
Which direction did they come from?
They came from where you just came from.
So they caught up to us?
Yes.
Do they have? What's their demeanor? Do they have their weapons drawn? Are they?
They seem serious. They don't currently have their weapons drawn, but they're clearly visible.
Are we even driving the cart? I thought, or was the guard driving?
Anthony's driving the cart, so you two get to deal with this.
I mean, they're telling us to pull over. It's probably going to be easier to fight if we have to fight if we're stopped. Otherwise, it's easier to talk if we need to talk while we're stopped. So I'd go ahead and tell Anthony to pull over, and we can resolve this however it's going to need to be resolved.
He says, "You sure? These guys look pretty rough."
Were you in the cave?
Yes.
I think we can handle this. However, it needs to be handled.
Okay, then, if you're sure. And he brings the car to a stop, and the goblins, they start to say, "Okay, seems that you've accidentally acquired a few of our compatriots. If you could just let them go, then we could put this whole silly incident behind us."
It wasn't.
They're not my prisoners. I turn to Anthony. What do you want to do?
Anthony says, "Look, these guys are prisoners of the city now. We have to go through proper protocol, and that does not include turning them over to random people that ask for them."
They weren't in the city, and they didn't commit their crime in the city. So I still don't know why you decided to kidnap them.
It's a legal arrest. He has general authority for this greater region. The captain does.
Are you telling me, or is he telling me?
Anthony does.
Oh.
And to be fair, the person kidnapped that was returned was a citizen of the city, so jurisdiction just gets muddy at that point.
Yeah.
I don't really have an interest in this. I didn't want to arrest these guys in the first place. We're not police officers.
And
I look at the goblin that said that. I said, no, don't worry, it wasn't an accident.
He looks back at you and says, "So you gonna let him go?"
No.
I say let him.
He draws out a sword and says, "Look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way."
You're only making things hard for yourself.
And they say, "I don't know. I think we can take you."
All right, if you say so. Oh, fantastic.
So let's roll some. So you ready to fight?
Yeah.
I am. Or I guess we're doing this.
Yep. So let's roll some initiative.
9.
10.
Okay. Okay. Looks like first in the order is Anthony, who says, I think maybe we should try to get away from these guys. I'm going to start the card if you guys don't have any objection to that.
They can obviously outrun us.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some pretty fast horses, and they caught up to us pretty quick. I don't think trying to escape is going to do us much good.
We also have a sturdy carriage, though. Perhaps you guys could try to knock them off our horses while I start our getaway.
I'm going to leave that decision up to Anthony, but I feel like it's going to be harder to hit people while we're moving than while we're stationary.
Yeah, Javin, you got any objection? I think maybe we should start a getaway.
Didn't we just say that they'd catch us?
I mean, you guys would be fighting them off the horses, but it'd be easier to knock them off the horses than it would be for them to knock you out of the carriage, he says.
Okay.
Yep, and he's going to start navigating again. So his primary actions are going to be related to steering the cart. And so now it's the second goblin's turn, the one that didn't talk. He says after them, starts riding off after you. And he's going to draw his bow and try to shoot at Earthmover because he's the largest target.
So we're in the cart and it's riding off, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
He got an 11. That's your AC, right?
No, my AC's 12.
Okay. So then he tries to shoot you with
it my level up.
Yeah. So he tries to shoot at you, but the arrow misses, which then brings us to Goblin 1, who is going to try to attack the wheel of the cart. Yeah, so he's kind of able to... Yeah, so he's almost kind of swings at it, but just misses it, only like getting like a scratch off the cart itself. He's not able to get a wheel. And so then... Earthmover, you got the 10, right?
I had the 9.
Okay, so then it's Javin's turn.
How far away are we from one of the guys?
They're sort of surrounding you on both sides, so they're pretty close.
How far?
If you were to get to the... Okay, so the bow guy is probably a bit of a distance, but the guy with the sword, if you got to the edge of the cart, he'd probably only be like a foot or two away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the guy with the bow, he's probably riding a bit of a distance, about maybe 10 feet, because he doesn't need to get as close.
Okay. Double check how this goes. I move closer to the guy that's closest to me, and I swing at him with my hook.
Okay.
Oof. Does an 8 hit?
No.
Good.
Okay. So that brings us back to Anthony, who's going to continue steering the car and says, "Don't worry, guys. You got this. I believe in you." And so now back to Goblin 2, who this time he's... What? Oh, right. And my apologies. It is your turn. What are you doing?
I guess I'm drawing a circle for Thunderclap and then using Thunderclap because the activation's a bonus action for a small.
Okay, this is the first alchemy of the campaign, so describe it. How does it look?
Well, basically, because we're in a moving cart, I can't actually use my good attacks.
Yeah.
I would need to touch the ground.
Yeah. You are the mover.
But basically, I draw a circle, an alchemical circle. It's a relatively small one. I'm sitting up next to Anthony in the cart, so I draw a circle, like I guess between my legs, because the only place I can draw my circle. And then I'm imitating a spell effect by using lightning alchemy, so it's thunder. So I'm casting Thunderclap using alchemy.
Nice. So what's the effect of Thunderclap?
The goblin's got to make a Constitution save, and it's 2d8 if they fail.
Okay. Does a 13 pass?
Barely.
Okay. So is it half damage?
I didn't look that up. I think they're fine otherwise, but I will. Yeah, should have looked that up. That is. Oh wait. No, you're good.
Okay, so you just try to like hit this guy with like a powerful thunderclap, but I guess it just like goes over his head. I guess you're not expecting the height properly.
I wrote that one down wrong because I just looked back up and it says 1d6, not 2d8.
Yep.
Big
And so
difference.
now so now it's Goblin 2. He's going to try to take another shot at you. And he got a 20.
Great.
Guessing that. Yeah, that hits right.
I would assume so.
Okay, I'm just wanted to make sure. That'll be 10. But don't worry. He only, hit you for 1 damage.
Yeah. I think I'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay, so now Goblin 1, he's the one with the sword. He's going to try to he's gonna try to Okay.
HP in between, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that now.
He puts back his sword, takes out a knife, and is gonna try to throw it at Javin.
Which one is this? Is this how far away is this guy?
This is the closer one, the one that tried to attack the wagon at first.
So the guy who's actually within striking distance.
Yeah.
Why is he throwing the knife?
Well, aren't you? Well, did you back up after you
No.
hit him? Oh. Well, in that case, yeah, he can use his sword, but yeah, I'm guessing a 6 does not beat your armor class, though.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. So he tries to swing at you, but I guess just due to the weird angle of how the card's proportion, he just kind of like misses.
So is he hitting me with his sword or his knife?
Well, yeah. Well, I originally thought you had backed up. That's why you reached for a knife. But then once you said you were closer, he used the sword, which missed. Okay, so neither of those guys did well, which brings us back to Javin.
Okay, I'm gonna try and hit him again with the hook.
Okay.
All right. 19, 23.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. Do I need to be holding on to the cart somehow, or can I use it as a two-handed weapon?
Okay, so this hook, what'd you base it off of?
Well, if I'm using it two-handedly, it's a D8. But if I have to hold, have to secure myself to the cart, I'm using it one-handedly, which is a D6.
No, I don't necessarily think you would need to hold on to the cart.
Okay. And then 9 damage.
Okay, yeah. That was quite a hit to him.
Okay, what's your look? How's your look?
Yeah, it looks like he did not enjoy that.
All right.
Which now brings us to Earthmover.
I'm gonna basically do the same thing again, but I'm using Electric Blast this time because it's more damage.
Okay.
And that one, I'm just rolling an attack. Oh, cool. Does a 21 beat the AC of the goblin? I'm at the ranged one, the one that's for the bow.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Cool. It's a D10.
Yep.
9.
Yep. I was doing well against these guys. Okay, so now Goblin 2, he's actually gonna put away his bow and pull out a lasso.
Oh?
Yep. And he's going to try to rope you, Earthmover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a ranged grapple attack?
Effectively. So he gets to use dexterity instead of strength.
Okay.
Yep. So he makes a dexterity check that you get to contest with a strength check.
Yeah.
Or dexterity to dodge it.
No, I'm using strength. I've got a better strength.
Okay.
I got an 11.
Well, you did better than him. So I guess like this starts to get you and then you just swat it out of the way.
Works for me.
And so Goblin 1, realizing that his techniques might not be working so well, he's going to pull around to the back of the cart and he's going to try to scramble onto the cart. So I guess would be athletics, which he's not that good in.
How big is this cart?
Well, let's see now. It was previously being used to store a good bit of equipment, but now it's got the 6 goblin passengers, the 2 of you, your sleeping companion, your unconscious companion, and your driver. So it's pretty full at this point, but he's just kind of climbing on the back.
He's gonna be climbing over people to get to
Yeah,
us.
it's kind of crowded at this point, but yeah, there is enough room for at least one more person.
Okay.
And so he scampers on, but he doesn't do such a good job of it. So he's kind of like he's got like sort of an unsure footing. He's sort of like stuck at the back with a bit of an unsure footing. And his horse at this point is kind of like not sure what to do. Is kind of is pretty much been left behind. And that's his entire turn, which brings it to Javin.
Okay. I strike at him again with the hook.
Okay. What'd you get? Yep. How much damage?
3 damage.
Okay. And he's going to have to make a dexterity saving throw to not fall off the back of the cart.
Still not dead?
No. Although he did not pass his dexterity saving throw, so he gets to fall off the back of the cart. Which is going to cause a lot more damage. Yep. Yeah. So he's fallen off the back of the cart. He's a little more banged up, but he's not dead. Earthmover, what do you do?
I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast again.
Against
the ranged one.
Okay.
The one that's still on the horse. I'm not.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and climb through the carriage right now.
Yeah.
20. That's not that.
Yeah, that hits.
Another D10. 3.
Okay. 2 3s in a row. Interesting. Okay, so now Ranged Goblin, he does not appreciate getting shot at, so he's going to try once again to try to lasso you.
Great.
Okay.
Against a 19.
Man, you are good at those.
I'm rolling pretty well right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he only got a 14 total, so you got him there. So he missed with that, and now the other goblin, he's kind of going to call for his horse, so it kind of takes a turn for him to scamper back on top of it, and now he's kind of in pursuit again, but there's not really much he can do. So now he's at a bit of a distance.
All right.
Which, yep, Javin.
I don't have any ranged attacks, so is it? That guy's still on his horse, so.
Yeah, do you have any ranged cantrips?
Yeah, no, I don't.
I think you got an extra spell slot from the level up if you want to use that.
Yeah, I know. I'll wait for them to get closer again.
Do you want to ready in action?
Nah. Or, yeah, I'm good.
So you're just going to pass?
Yes.
Okay, you pass.
I'll go. Can I go at the end of the stack?
Yeah, you can do that.
I'll do that.
Yeah, then you can just choose to forego your action if you want. Okay. So, Earthmover, what do? The one guy, he's now a little farther back, like still within range of it, the average ranged attack, and then there's the other one still traveling at the side.
I'm still at the front of the cart, so I don't think I can hit the back of the cart from the front of the cart without a line of sight.
Not unless you want to hit Javin.
Yeah, I'm not keen to try and shoot through the carriage.
No.
Eldritch Blast. Oh, yeah, no, never mind.
What?
I don't think a 7's going to cut it.
No. It sails wide. And so now, Goblin 2, he's just says, okay, gonna try this one more time, and once again tries to lasso you.
Off lassos. Oh, no, he might have got me.
What?
That's 7.
Yes. You now have a lasso around you, and you are effectively grappled.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know what he plans to do with that. He doesn't have the strength score to move me.
Yeah, but now you're effectively restrained, so there's not... And your arms are pretty much bound, so you can't really use your alchemy.
All I need to do is draw a circle. Well, I mean, there's symbols in the circle, but like... Yeah, no, I probably am relatively encumbered.
Yep. And so now, Goblin 1, he's now going to approach the cart, and now that you're standing there waiting for him, he's going to try to swing at you with his longsword.
Boomst?
The goblin that got knocked off the cart.
Is he attacking me or?
Yeah, he scampered back on his horse, and now this turn he's finally made it back up to you, and now he's going to attack you.
Okay.
You got a 13.
That hits.
Oh, okay. Okay. 3 damage.
Okay. Now he needs to make a dex saving throw.
Oh, what are you doing?
Let me know what his saving throw is.
You got a 3.
All right. Here's what happens.
Yeah.
He hits me with his sword, right?
Yeah.
As it connects with my body, surge of electricity condenses from the clouds through me and into him. And he takes 9 lightning damage right into his body.
He does the thing like in a cartoon. And he is in... Is that... Yeah, so that's just against him?
Yes.
Not against creatures in range? Okay. Any other effects?
Nope.
Okay, then. So he is looking in really bad shape.
He's got more hit points than I do.
Yeah. These are stronger than your regular goblin.
All right.
Yeah.
It should be my turn now, right?
Yes, now it's... No, wait. No. Wait, was that your action or your reaction?
That was a reaction, actually.
Okay, so now it's your turn.
I go over and assist Stone Thrower with the rope around him. I can't remember your name right now.
So I guess this would be like dexterity or maybe sleight of hand to try to slip it off of him.
I had a better idea, actually. But actually, no, go ahead and do that.
Yep.
Go ahead and do
or
that.
if you have like a knife, you can cut it off.
No, there's something in about grappling about if somebody assists you.
Well, there's the help action, which you can use to, if it makes narrative sense, to give them advantage on whatever action they take during their turn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like grab the end of the rope tied to him and keep him from getting pulled over, and help if he needs to tug the guy off the horse.
Okay. Because this guy's holding on to the rope, so and looks like he's going to help you if you want to try to do a return pull.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wasn't gonna try and get out. I was gonna try and move my elbows enough so I could grab the rope and try and yank him off of his own horse.
Yeah.
Is that strength?
Actually,
I guess.
Yeah, and actually, if you guys are doing this together, if you want, you can add both your strength bonuses to the same roll, or you can take advantage.
Yeah, because you can't do both on the same roll.
Yeah.
Which do you think? What's your strength score?
My strength score is 2.
Okay.
Take advantage.
Neither one of us have proficiency in yanking people off of horses.
You should take advantage.
I don't think that's a specific scale. Maybe in 6th edition.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take advantage.
Okay. And
well, I'm glad I took advantage.
What'd you get?
I got a 2, and then I got a 16. So the 16's plus 1.
Okay. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have his horse make a saving throw to help him hold on.
Oh my god.
Okay. Trying to decide if this should be dexterity or constitution. Yeah.
Stay on. It's dexterity.
Yeah. Okay. What'd you get?
Got a 17.
Okay. He only got an 18, so so with the help of his horse, he's kind of able to like pull away, but he did have to let go of the rope.
I'm free.
Well, it'll be easy to slip out. But
yeah. Well,
if you want, you can maybe take. Yeah. Things would just be like a bonus action to pull it over your head. Yeah. If you want, you can just do that. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That his thing was a reaction. Bonus action. I take it off of me.
Yeah. And so now, back up to his turn.
How long was the rope? I'm adding it to my list.
Let's see now. He was about 20 feet away from you, so we'll say 30 feet of rope.
Yeah.
But remember, it'll shrink if you try to cut it.
I know. I'm not trying to cut it. I know how to untie a knot.
Okay. So now he's gonna look back at you, and so he's going to draw his bow again and just try to shoot you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He got 20 modded.
Okay. I think that hits.
Yep. 5 damage.
No.
What?
I said no. Stone's endurance. When taking damage, I can use my reaction to reduce the damage taken by 1d12 plus my constitution.
Okay, roll it. Wait, is that like a once a day thing?
I think it's once per rest. I reduce it by 8.
So this just like hits you, but suddenly like your skin just like solidifies and it bounces off.
Yeah. That's the I refuse of D&D moves.
Yeah, okay. So now it's Goblin 1, he's in bad shape, but he's still going to try to stab Javin. No, wait, you moved, so you're no longer within range, so he's gonna have to try to scamper up again.
Does this provoke any kind of attack of opportunity? He's kind of crawling up onto the cart. It's kind of an awkward thing.
Yeah, if you were like still right next to him, I'd probably let you attack him, but
aren't I?
I thought you moved back to help him with the rope thing.
You're up at the front now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm confused as to where everybody's located on this place then.
Yep. So he tries to scamper on it, doesn't do such a good job. Now he's just kind of holding on to the back.
Cut his fingers off.
And Javin, now it's your turn. You've got.
Okay. I walk over and whack him in the head.
With what exactly?
My fishing gaff.
Okay. Roll it.
Ouch. Natural 1.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay, this is what I'll say happens. It's kind of stuck into the cart now, and so he can then use it to help pull himself up on his turn.
Brilliant.
Okay, Earthmover, what do you do?
Okay, the guy at range is still at range, yes?
Yeah, he didn't retreat.
All right, Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Oh, come on, 7.
Nope, not quite.
At least I literally just 100% denied his arrow.
Well, he's going to return fire. And misses comedically.
Nice.
Okay, which then brings us to Goblin 1, who's able to pull himself up using Javin's staff, and now he's staring directly at you. This time he's going, since he hasn't had much luck with his sword, he's going to go for his dagger again. He's going to try to stab you with it. Okay, he got a 14. I don't think that hits, does it? Paul?
What's up? Say that
Does
again?
a 14 beat Javin's armor class?
Yes.
Okay. He hits you for 4 damage. Okay, and so now that brings you to you. Your turn. He's standing right next to you at the very edge of the cart.
Push him out. Let his horse trample him.
Yeah.
Would that be a different move than an attack?
Well, I think shove is specifically an action, and sort of like I think it's just athletics versus acrobatics.
Okay, I will do that.
Yep.
An athletics check is 9.
Well, ooh, yeah, he got a 13.
Ah, okay.
Yep. So I guess he's able to like grab onto the railing when you try to push him. Earthmover.
Yeah, people are just gonna get sick of hearing me say this. Eldritch Blast. Ooh,
Okay.
crit.
Who are you aiming for? Crit hit.
Yeah, crit hit.
Okay. Roll damage.
It's still the person at range. So that's 2d10, and I only add my.
No, you don't add any modifiers to cantrips.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I haven't been anyway.
Okay.
2 and 7, that's 9.
Yep. You just hit him, and he falls off his horse dead.
Nice. That's force damage, too. I've literally just been pretty much putting dents in his body.
Yeah. Probably hurts.
Good.
So now Goblin 1, now up on the cart. He's going to try to attack you again, Javin.
Okay.
And this time he only got a 9.
Okay.
Okay.
I take a swing at him with the fishing gaff again.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes, a 17 hits.
7 damage.
Okay. You hit him, and he also falls off the cart dead.
All right.
Congratulations. You two have both defeated beefed up goblins. You can each take 75 experience.
Great.
And Anthony says, well, that was certainly something.
This is your fault, you know.
Maybe.
There's no maybe.
I prefer to blame the goblins.
We could have just not arrested them until we got an actual arrest party, and then we wouldn't have had to deal with any of this.
Well, hopefully we're not met with any more, attacks like that. And you guys are not for the rest of that day. You're able to safely set up camp, I suppose.
I take a short rest and use one of my healing die to heal up.
I mean, you might not need to necessarily, but...
Why?
I mean, if you guys are going to break at camp for the night.
We're going to go ahead and take a long rest at the end of this anyway, aren't we? If
we're
going
to hit from a long rest. I can never remember this.
Yeah, the long rest is the full heal. Although I suppose mechanically, then in game you guys might not know if you have another encounter that you're going to have to deal with at night.
Yeah.
Do you want to wait for the long rest, or do you want to, play a little more safe and go for the short rest?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the healing die because I don't know.
I'm taking a short rest. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not going to expend any hit dice.
What? What are you doing?
I'm just getting my stone's endurance back.
Oh, okay.
I only have 1 hit of damage gone. I don't need to.
Oh. Well, okay then. And so the rest of the day kind of passes without much incident. At night, Anthony says, "So we should be able to make it back to camp by tomorrow." Oh yeah, and by this time, yeah, Johan's woken up. I forgot about him. Yeah, as you guys pull in for camp for the night, he finally wakes up and says, where am I? What's going on?"
You're safe now.
What? Who are you?
The people that were paid to return you to the village.
Anthony says, "Don't worry. We're here with Captain Carver. Or under his authority, anyway." Huh? Okay. And he turns to the two of you and says, "Who are you guys?"
We were just supposed to be making a delivery run, but then we got wrapped up into this.
Well, that does happen sometimes.
Hopefully not this exact scenario.
Well, probably not, but life of adventure, you see a lot of things, right?
I just wanted to go to college.
Yes, well, sometimes you start by wanting to go to college and you end up being a bounty hunter, right? That's what you two are, right?
We're not bounty hunters.
Oh. Well,
Or
who knows? Maybe you have to make it for it. You know, I don't think I've probably made my acquaintance. My name is Johann Carver, hunter of bounties, treasure, and monsters. At your service. You two are?
I am Shantai Earthmover Lithmoriana.
What language is that?
Common.
No, I mean, like, what's, like, sort of the language of origin for those names? Like, what are you exactly?
I'm a Goliath.
Oh.
Hence the fact that I'm taller than pretty much everyone you've ever met.
I've seen some tall creatures out there. And,
The height of elves now just because you said that.
And you, Seaborn. What's your name?
My name is Javin of Cape Salas.
Oh, that's cool. What are you doing out here?
I was instructed by my master to come by the college down in
Ulan?
City, and now I was sent down here. And then I was sent over there, and now we're sent to pick you up.
Well, I appreciate it. So, what's with the goblins? Are these the ones that captured me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad to see that this mess has been sorted out, right?
That's right.
Okay, well, thank you very much, then. I don't have anything on me to reward you right now, but when we get back to, the town, I should be able to get something for you.
Just for continuity's sake, out of character, the tallest elf range, like the default height, is like 2 feet shorter than I am.
I know, but he also said that he's kind of an adventurer. He didn't say what was taller than you that he saw. He just said that he's seen tall things.
I said most.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, the rest of that night passes without much incident, and on the road we can just kind of montage this, unless you guys want to do anything on the road.
Nope.
Okay. So you guys make it back to the city, down to the police headquarters, where Captain Carver is waiting for you outside. He runs forward, embraces his husband, and says, "Thank you, two men. Don't know how I could ever repay you. I don't know what I would do if I lost this knucklehead."
You could pay us.
Oh, yes, of course. Come on inside, and wait, where's Jesus?
He was killed in a goblin trap.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, it was a daring rescue. It was a daring rescue. We had to fight through at least 100 goblins, maybe more. There's cave is swarming with them, but we managed to get him out safely.
Well, glad to see that there weren't any more casualties, and so you have a fair number of prisoners here.
I look to yes, Anthony can explain more.
And Anthony says, yes, like you said, we were able to capture these goblins, but we were actually ran into we're attacked by some more on the way back here. Two, stronger than average goblins tried to attack us to get their friends back here. So we might have started something a little bigger than we realized. Captain looks at them and says, "Hey, the goblins started this." And he shouts to another dwarven city guard, "Hey, Daruk, help Anthony here process these prisoners." "Sure thing, boss." And so they start sort of leading them off the cart to the prison area. And he says, "So, where's your elven friend?"
She's asleep in the trailer, or the word for thing. I can't remember.
Cart. Oh yeah, the cart. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long has she been asleep for?
A while.
Oh. Think she slipped into a coma?
No.
Okay.
Be convenient in terms of the word flow of this entire affair.
Well,
so let's get this whole thing sorted out, and we can be on our way.
Oh yes, of course. You two want to come inside? We can see about the reward.
Yes.
Yes. And so, saving your lives, I'd like to give you each 10 gold. Gives you he hands Javin sort of a larger bag with 20 gold pieces in it.
All right. I open it up and divvy out 10 to stone earth
Yep.
mover.
And for bringing back those prisoners alive. And he sort of starts counting and says, let's see now. Okay, 6 prisoners. So that's another 6 gold pieces. And he gives you each 3.
All right.
Yeah. We have a bit of a premium on, from our a bit of a premium going on, wanted prisoners out there. We've actually been trying to figure out where these goblins have been hiding out. We knew that there was, some kind of goblin gang in that general area, but we weren't sure which.
Well, I'm sure Yaron can explain further what he saw most of it.
Yeah. And if you guys are looking for work, the law industry does pay if you guys want to become bounty hunters.
I appreciate it, but I've been away from home for too long now. It's time to head back.
Well, you at least want to spend the rest of the day here. There's some cool stuff to do in the city.
Please point me to where I can commission a caravan back to Port Salas.
You need a whole caravan, or can you just take like a one wagon cab?
Well, okay, out of character, I'm imagining that people travel in caravans for safety back and forth across the country, so I would leave with them.
Yes.
Like a Greyhound bus, but for people without cars.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's asking, so you need to commission one, or you're looking to see if there's already one headed in that area?
The latter.
Okay, yeah, let's see now. There's probably an area in town. If you go down the main street, take a right, then walk past 3 buildings. There's actually one designated for travel and such accommodations.
I see. Thank you. And I turn to Earthmover. Earthmover, you're a strong fellow and a man of brave courage. We could use a person like you. Would you like to come with me to Port Salas? It would welcome a man with your skills.
Well, considering I clearly can't get into college, I may just as well.
All right, let's head down there and commission our ride.
Question.
Are you taking?
Were we getting paid for the thing that we were doing for the college, the delivery run, or no?
You already got paid for that.
Okay, I was making sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be taking the girl with you or leaving her here.
She is a stowaway. I'm sure she will bring you much joy. Leave her here.
Can you at least take her to the orphanage for me?
I'm just gonna drag her by
the.
I'm just gonna drag her by the ankles through the streets.
And do what with her exactly?
Lecture her when she wakes up.
Are you sure that's the only thing you plan on doing?
Yeah.
Okay, then. I mean, so far you've proven yourself to be reputable. If you can promise that you don't intend to bring harm to her. She is just a child.
She's an obnoxious child that's not worth my trouble. But I'm doing this anyway. I don't
Do
know
you need
why
to
I'm doing
drag her
this.
by
It
the
goes against
ankles,
all of
though?
my beliefs, but there's something endearing about the high-pitched squeals of agony.
Okay, if that's okay.
All right, let's head over there.
I grab Alyssia by the ankles and drag her through the streets.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, you guys pass in the streets. You get some strange looks, and one guard approaches you and asks, "What's going on here? Is this a kidnapping?"
I don't stop to answer. I keep walking towards the caravan.
Yeah, honestly, it's not your problem. It's mine.
Yep.
I go, there was more efficient methods of transporting her after she passed out. But
Couldn't you pick her up?
I could. Honestly, she's so much shorter than me. I wouldn't be surprised if she's literally not even touching the ground.
I think that's worse.
Yeah, that probably would be worse. I go, it would be easier, or maybe easier, to transport her in other ways. But I think this way, when she wakes up bruised, she's gonna realize that maybe she shouldn't randomly pass out and just not wake up.
And it looks like you're very confused. It says, I think she might have some type of medical condition. Maybe you should, take her to, see a medic.
If she has a medical condition, then she can either survive it or die. I walk past him.
We have healing magic in the city. He kind of calls after you.
I ignore him and keep going.
Okay. And so you guys approach the area that was sort of mentioned by the captain, and it's labeled, and the sign out front says miners, travelers, and drives. And it seems to be a bit of a pub.
Okay, let's. I look for a group heading to Port Salas, or at least in that general direction.
Well, when you walk in, you see that's sort of like a tavern, but you do see like but it seems to be a bit, nicer than like the average tavern. And there seems to be and so there's the bartender like guy, and so he might be able to tell you what you need to do. And there's some sort of groups that are sort of like milling around talking about different destinations.
I go up to the barkeep and explain to him where I'm trying to go.
All the way up to Cape Salas. Don't know if we have any going to that exact city, but probably get a group going to the general area.
It's any group heading northwest, I think, is what we're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, we got quite a few groups that head in that general area, as you can imagine. Sort of yeah. So let's see. Next group that you're looking for looks like they leave in 2 days. If you can give me a second, it's weirdly not written in. Yeah, I just got my general log. Pulls out another logbook and says, "Okay, now looks like they are headed for the city of Genpo. That's sort of relatively close. It's in the same district area."
It's fine. We can walk the rest of the way after that, or commission a different caravan.
Yeah, from that you can travel to Farrell, and then from Farrell to Cape Salas.
Okay.
Sort of refers on a map, sort of the area that you're going to.
Great.
So yeah, leave in 2 days. The travelers, they meet here. Let's see now. It looks like there's going to be a scheduled meeting of them tomorrow night where you can ask to join their caravan.
Okay.
And so, yeah, hope you guys are able to get where you're going. And can I interest you in anything to eat or drink as long as you're here?
Appreciate it, but no, thank you.
Oh, okay then. Safe travels.
All right. See a day or two.
Where are we sleeping in the city?
Yeah. Where's there? I ask him if there's a place to sleep.
He says, "Well, yeah. I mean, we don't have. What you mean in here or in town?
In town.
Oh yeah, you could probably get some good. There's some inns around here." You can go look around for them.
All right. So meet up here tomorrow night then? I say to Earthmover.
Yeah, figures much.
Okay. I walk through the shops and see if I can find anything magical that can cast lightning spells.
So you're looking for a magic item shop specifically.
Sure.
Don't know if this town would necessarily have like a dedicated shop for magic items, but you might be able to find a place that you could find something like that. So I guess this would be like an investigation check, maybe.
Okay. $17.
Okay. Yeah, with a 17, you're able to find a place that says that says value pawn on the sign outside. So you feel like if anywhere, this would probably be a good place to go.
Okay. I look inside.
And so yeah, you're looking outside among the wares. It mostly seems to be just sort of general items and stuff. You don't really necessarily know if anything's magical, but you could ask.
All right. I approach the shopkeeper and say, I am a disciple of the goddess Absin. I'm looking for holy relics that might bear her image.
The woman behind the counter smiles at that and says, "Well, let's see what we got. So you're looking for let's see now, Absin, weather goddess. So you're looking for something related to the weather?
Yes.
Let's see. Now we don't usually have too many magic items in stock in general, but I will check in the back. I think we probably have one or two. So for you, I'm going to roll on the magic item table.
Hooray.
Let's see, magic item table B. Okay, 76. He says, okay, well, wasn't quite able to find that, but okay, don't know if this is exactly what you're looking for, but this could help you. And she pulls out a spell scroll. Looks like this is for the spell. And she says, oh yeah, that's the problem sometimes with these magic scrolls. You can't always, if they're not clearly labeled, then you can't really decipher it unless you're able to cast it. You want to take a look?
Yes. Can I roll a knowledge arcana to tell what school it is from?
Well, when you first look at it, you're probably going to be able to. You actually look at it and you recognize it as a spell as Thunder Wave, which is a spell you're capable of casting.
Okay.
Right. That's on your yeah.
Yes, I can cast that.
Yeah. I thought that was added to your expanded spells. Yeah. So it's a spell scroll for Thunder Wave. It says you recognize it?
Yes, I can. I know what this is. How much?
Well, let's see now. For a spell scroll of that power. And she starts thinking for a minute. Oh, sorry about this. I'm not expecting to do this. Well, how much you willing to offer for it? Let's do it that way.
I'll give you 5 gold.
5 gold. Sounds. Tell you what, how about 5 gold and 5 silver?
Deal.
Okay. She holds out so she holds out her hand, waiting for the money, since you're holding the scroll.
I hand her 5 gold and 5 silver.
Thank you very much. Hope that spell is put to good use.
Okay.
Okay. Earthmover, what are you up to?
I'm trying to find a way to get a little bit of extra money by selling my hunting trap, which I don't anticipate is going to get so much money. But then I'm also looking for just some raw resources to have alchemical resources on hand for fights.
Let's see. So first you're looking to sell your hunting trap, so you probably find a store for that. That'll take it off your hands for 2 gold and 5 silver.
Works for me.
Says, yeah, this looks in actually pretty good condition. Looks like it wasn't used very much, if at all.
You said 2 gold, 5 silver?
Yep. Half of its original purchase value.
Yeah.
So, can we interest you in anything from this shop? And it's, like various hunting gear items and some, simple weapons.
No, I'm looking for raw materials, thanks.
What kind of raw materials? Like, might be able to point you in the right direction at least.
Anywhere I can buy just some raw metal.
Raw
Just
metal.
like
Well,
ingots or anything like that.
you've come to the right town.
Yeah, we're in a mining town. I didn't figure it'd be super hard to find.
Oh yeah, that's all you're looking for. Then yeah, just yeah. Tell you what, I think 3 shops down, they specialize in various iron goods.
Works for me.
Yep.
So I head on over there, and I'm trying to. Let me think for a second.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you go over there and you see that while they do have iron, they also have like a lot of different metals.
Yeah. I'm stupid. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking around. Do they have just like ingots out on display, or am I gonna have to like actually ask them about that?
Yeah, there's probably like some shelves with like just straight up iron bars and gold bars, copper bars, stuff like that.
How big are they?
It's probably not copper. Standard ingot. As you may be able to guess, I don't really know a lot about metalworking. So
I mean, it's not a
they maybe up. Let's say they come in sizes based on the pound. So how many pounds of each metal are you going to need?
That sounds reasonable to me.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just because I don't actually know, because I'm trying to think what the actual distance would be. I want to have enough metal to be able to have a place on top to write an alchemical circle, and then enough length to be sitting in the seat of a carriage and be able to touch the tip of the rod to the ground.
Like 5 feet, or depending on how high you sit.
Right. Yeah. So, well, do you just want like a solid bar of metal, so it would be like a metal staff?
I could do that, but I'm more looking. I mean, I could just get ingots and weld them together myself using alchemy. Like, that's no additional hassle.
Maybe get a branding iron and then just kind of add length to it.
That might be a better idea. That's probably a better idea. Well, not just the length, because then I need a platform at the top.
Yeah, that's what the end of the branding iron's for.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna do the others. Yeah, that makes even more sense. I'm immensely stupid. All right, so I'm gonna get a branding iron and just an ingot of iron.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna get a straight ingot of iron. Like how heavy are you looking for?
Enough to turn, enough to get enough length out of the end, and then also have enough iron for the top to make a decent sized platform to draw it.
So you're effectively wanting something like a quarter staff with a cap to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so let's see, 2 silver. It's gonna take me a little bit to think about how we want to do this.
Yeah, it's a weird pricing thing to try and come up with.
Yeah, let's see now. Maces are solid metal, so let's try to use that as a base. Yeah, so like a straight mace would be 5 gold total, so we'll say that's how much it costs for the whole thing.
Cool.
That's kind of a lot for a bar of iron. I mean, if we're thinking like
branding iron's
rod.
process good.
Okay, yeah, it's good. Let's see now.
No, branding iron's process good. It's got whatever the head is, and then you've got the handle. Mm-hmm. In terms of how much it would cost to actually make that.
Yeah. Since you just want the raw materials, not the finished good, I'll say only 3 gold.
All right.
Gold supplies.
Works for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that I take that right now, and I go and do my alchemy to turn it into what I want it to be, which is basically an alchemical extender.
You gonna do that right there in the shop?
Yeah.
Yep. He's just like, hey, buddy, you want a job?
No.
Okay, I mean, we're hiring if you're available.
About to leave. I'm just passing through.
We pay well.
I'm sure you do, but honestly, I didn't get immense powers from a god, like hand taught to me by a god to work and make goods. That's not what I'm about.
Okay, then tell your friends.
I will.
Yeah.
I would if I had any when I
leave. Okay, you guys gonna do anything else?
Not really.
Okay, so
I'm still dragging Alyssia around. By the way, I don't know how that's factoring into any of my social.
Just put her in your pocket or something.
Yeah, it's big enough to hold a spade. Yeah, all right. I stick her in my backpack.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys just gonna get like a standard inn for the night?
Yeah,
I guess.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna say that's 8 silver each.
How much?
8 silver for just like a regular inn, nothing fancy.
Okay.
Yeah. And you guys gonna do anything the next day, or do you just want to skip to that caravan meeting?
Let's skip to that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys go back to Miners, Travelers, and Drives. And and once again there's some groups milling around. What do you guys do?
I looked for the group that was heading in the direction we were going.
Well, you don't necessarily know which group that is.
Oh, okay. I asked around for it then.
Yeah, and you actually see a tiefling man. He waves over to you and says, "Yep, that's us."
Right. Me and my friend here, and the small one, are looking to head to Port Salas and or any city in that general direction.
Oh yeah, we are sort of, I guess, headed in that region. We're going off to Genpo as our main voyage. Do you have your own horses?
No.
Okay, so looks like probably rent some of ours. I work here with the traveling company. I escort groups. My name's Omar. It's nice to meet you. Your name is
Javin.
Javin and
Earthmover.
Earthmover. Okay.
So how much to commission for the whole trip?
Let's see now. Can you provide your own food?
We have a few rations, but not enough to last.
Well, let's see now. Gonna need. Okay, so it's gonna be about a Give me a second to actually calculate how long this is gonna take. Says, okay, so tell you what, I'll write up your expenses. If you guys want to maybe talk to some of the other people in the group, get yourselves acquainted.
Sure. Kind of shoot the shit with anybody else around.
Yep.
What's the name of the city they're going to?
They are going to the city of Genpo.
And who is the caravan guy we were talking to?
His name is Omar. Yeah, and so sort of from where you guys are, it's going to be about a 125-mile journey. So probably going to take about 12 days.
And how many people are in the caravan?
So there's sort of like just 10 people in this general group, just kind of milling around.
Great. I start talking with some of the people who are also heading to Genpo and get to know them a little bit.
Yeah, there's
Tell them a big exaggerated story about how many goblins I killed.
Yep. Yeah, they all look kind of impressed. They're like, hey, I feel kind of safe for having this guy.
What kind of people are these?
Let's see. It's mostly dwarven and human. One man who seems particularly interested in your story. His name is. Check this. Yeah, he says, hi. My name is Fallond.
Say again.
My name is Fallond. Fallond Salt. Nice to meet you.
He said he's a dwarf.
Yeah.
I talked to him a bit more.
Yeah, so, how many goblins did you say you took down?
Oh, the cave we had must have had 100 goblins in it. We managed to do 20 and bring them back.
20. That's quite impressive. So you guys like bounty hunters or something?
We're just men on an errand.
Huh? Well, I can understand that. So why you going off to Genpo?
We're heading home.
Oh, okay. So you live there?
A little bit further.
Oh, okay. Where do you live then, if you don't mind me asking?
Port Salas.
Oh, nice. What do you do there?
I'm a port watcher.
Oh, port watcher. You with the a private group or with the military Coast Guard?
I don't know where you keep coming up with Coast Guard. There aren't Coast Guards here.
Yes, there are.
Where?
There's
Post.
not necessarily every city will have them, but there are sort of military run, port watcher type groups.
I can't remember what I told you, if this is a military or a civilian group. It's a civilian group, I think.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Then, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool then, helping keep those places safe. I respect that.
Right.
Yep. And he turns to Earthmover and says, how about you? What do you do?
I wanted to go to college, but I didn't get in.
Well, I'd say I know how that is, but I never tried to go to one of them fancy colleges.
I mean, I can't really say I'm super surprised because I'm pretty new to alchemy, and it was a college, not like a trade school.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can do some practices while you're out here. Maybe you'll get in eventually.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. And if I could just.
Honestly, though, out of character, I probably should have just threatened the board of directors. I have enough offensive firepower in my advantage.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so man comes back and says, let's see now. To rent the horses and all the food, it's gonna come out to about 20 gold total between the two of you.
All right, so that's pretty much what we got.
Yeah.
On that.
We just spent our bounty getting home.
Yeah, and just remember that these horses are for rental. It's a lot more expensive to purchase them.
I'm sure.
That's fine. Should we pay now or tomorrow?
Yeah, you can pay now, and he sort of writes you up a receipt. And
right.
So you just need and so travel and food, you can cover your own yeah. You have like your own weapons to protect yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yes, of course. But that's not necessarily an additional cost. We just for the protection part, that's kind of part of the travel services, but we like to make sure that's why we're traveling together, right?
That's right.
Yep. Okay.
Is there a caravan fight club?
And he kind of looks around, with shifty eyes, like, maybe. And then he looks and says, wait, are you dragging a child? Is she coming with?
No, she's been in the backpack since yesterday.
Okay. Do you have enough food for her?
It's not like I'm going to force feed her. She's unconscious. Magically unconscious.
Yeah. And so he writes you up the receipt and says, travel for 2 to Genpo, transport and food, 20 gold total, and he sort of hands it to Javin. And
I handed my share of the costs.
And I'm mine.
Yep. And he makes a note of paid in full, signs it, and says, "Okay, thank you. We are leaving here tomorrow morning."
He said he gives us a copy of the receipt.
Yes.
They're putting me on a regular horse.
I mean, are you going to mention that that's a problem?
No.
Is it going to be a problem?
Probably not. We'll find out.
And he actually says, "By the way, do you guys want to purchase some travel insurance on those horses?"
I feel like I shouldn't have mentioned anything. No.
Yeah, I mean, you're automatically protected if we're attacked by bandits or something. But if by your own incompetence or something a horse gets hurt, we're gonna expect you to pay for it.
I mean,
I'll be fine.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not too late to get insurance or a refund.
How much is insurance?
Let's see now. For 10-day voyage, it's gonna be an extra 5 gold each.
That's a lot.
It's just like real travel insurance.
Yes, but if you don't need to necessarily use it, we will. Yes, but we will refund you 3 gold if you can get there safely without hurting the horses.
Oh, so it's a security deposit, not insurance.
Well,
it's a combo deal.
Yeah. Insurance is the term. If you want, you can try to
insurance and 3 gold security deposit.
Yeah, whichever term you want to use, he says. So, you guys interested?
I'll go ahead and do it for me because I'm getting a little concerned about just breaking the horse's back as soon as I sit on it.
Yeah, and he's especially looking at you when he's saying all this.
Yeah.
I'll do it too. I have a pretty low handle animal.
Okay.
6.
Yep. And then so he says, "Okay, if you want, I can add that to the receipt." Yep. And so he writes at the bottom, "and 2 cases of horse insurance." Hands it back and makes his own note. "Okay, thank you very much. Like I said, we're leaving tomorrow morning. You guys need to know anything else?"
Nope. Do we meet here?
Shouldn't think so, yeah.
Yeah, we can meet here tomorrow at dawn.
Okie doke.
Okay. And that should be good for tonight. I feel like it's probably a little better if we wrap up early with one of our members absent.
He'll wake up and we're in a different city and doesn't know where it is. Seems entirely appropriate.
All right, what did I miss? We're in another city. What? You didn't get any of the money.
Also, now that you're awake, you have to pay your own way.
Shouldn't have woken up halfway through the voyage. Now you're a stowaway and you have to pay your own stuff without getting the benefit.
Okay.
Okay, so we good then? Or do you guys...
Should be.
Okay, so we've had a good session tonight. I've been the DM, and joining me, we've had our now level 2 alchemist,
Andreas, and Earthmover,
and our level 2 cleric,
Paul.
And hopefully next time we will be joined by our level 2 ranger. Bye.